Welcome back here. This is something we've all been following very closely in the San Diego area. A mother from Oceanside, an emergency department nurse, is missing. She's been missing since July 6th. So here we are, 10 days. No word on her whereabouts. Angelica Brophy, there's a picture of her right there on your screen, 44 years old. And this morning, so many loved ones, friends, family of Angelica's are out in the Palomar Mountain area searching for her. This search started at 9 o'clock, so about 47 minutes in. Our photographer who's there on the scene is I'm waiting to find out how many people might be up there in the mountains helping in this search. We know search and rescue crews have been actively trying to find her as well in the area. They're going to continue to do that. But now it's an effort by those who knew Angelica, and they want some answers. Her car, just for some background, was found at Palomar Mountain, so that's why this is where they're focusing on the search. But again, 10 days since anyone has actually seen her. And News 8's Jenny Day, she's been covering this for days now. She spoke with her brother earlier in the week, and she is going to talk to us here in the studio. She's standing by. But first, we want to show you this report by Jenny.
We'll find her. She's strong-willed.
44-year-old Angelica Brophy, now missing since July 6th. Take a close look at her photo. The Oceanside mother of two is an emergency department nurse, a traveler, hiker, and marathon runner. Her husband, retired Air Force.
Avid hiker, good mom, loving mother. She's been to this park before and hiked it back in February. They love to travel. She's very adventurous.
Kaiser Permanente San Marcos also telling me they're deeply concerned for their colleague, saying she's a valued and respected member of their team, and they are hopeful for her safe return. Efforts were made to find her phone, but it's either off or out of battery. The last known ping came from Harrah's Hotel and Casino in Valley Center at 3:30. According to her brother, there is surveillance footage of her leaving Harrah's alone, then no cameras, but proof she purchased a pass to enter the state park at 4:20. She had plans with her 12-year-old daughter after summer camp that night. But again, it's been more than a week now and nothing since.
There was no video surveillance. There's no video cameras up there. At the gate when you enter the park, there was an attendant at the guard shut.
It's a long and desolate, windy climb up the mountain, then vast, beautiful wilderness. Chopper 8 above where her car was found in this parking lot by her husband 3 days later, about 50 yards away from Doan Pond. It's near the start of the Cedar Trailhead.
There is no foul play or anything that shows a hint of any foul play in the vehicle. I don't know. First couple days bogged my mind with the scenarios and all this, but I just realized that that's just holding me back from being present and trying to figure out what's best now moving forward for the kids, for the family, in regards to what we're going to do, what the plan, civilian search or anything like that. That's what I'm focused on right now.
Oceanside police are leading the investigation, but tell us California State Parks is coordinating the search, along with the Sheriff's Department rescue team and divers from San Diego Harbor Police. So far, 4 solid days of searching and still no closer to finding Angelica Brophy.
What's going through my mind is I just want to get her home.
And that's Jenny Day reporting, and here's Jenny Day in our studio. Jenny, what a mystery, right? I mean, this is so bizarre, and how many days that have passed, you just worry for what could have possibly happened.
That's where we do want to use our platform for some good. We have this platform, and again, we'd like to just help get the word out. This family, her coworkers, are very understandably concerned. I interviewed the family, and she has a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old. The 12-year-old had been at summer camp that day. The brother said that she was not set to pick her up from camp, but they had evening plans. And
so to go on a hike possibly
I know.
Around 4:15.
Right.
You wonder, but she was familiar with that area, it
right.
sounds. An
Very
avid
active.
hiker, active.
Yep.
I mean, it's good to hear the background from her family on her abilities to get out into the mountains and enjoy the mountains. But that the timing raises a little bit of if she was planning to hike and then go meet her family, what may have happened there along the way. So
and I will say, I mean, I hike a lot, and Palomar Mountain, is beautiful. Like, but it truly is very desolate. Yes, there are campgrounds. Yes, of course there are hikers and people and fishermen, etc. But it's quite a drive. And so if she had evening plans again to start a hike around 4:30 is unusual. We'll just remind you, her cell phone last pinged at Harrah's Casino.
At the casino.
Yeah.
Okay.
And her brother says that there is video surveillance of her leaving alone. And then I've been told by California Park Services that they do not have any video surveillance out there at Palomar Mountain.
Okay.
I was hopeful, of course, for one, at least at the entrance and exit,
Yeah,
but
right.
there's nothing. And so they said that the attendant who she paid for a parking pass did
bought a
confirm that she bought a pass. And then it was her husband who 3 days later even found her car, again, missing July 6th, or last seen at Harrah's. And then the car was found 3 days later at Palomar Mountain State Park. Again, a long, windy, beautiful road, but it's far out there.
Yeah. And you think about it's the coming off of the 4th of July weekend. So it was the Monday after the 4th, which I know we were here working, and I remember thinking there must be a lot of people still taking that Monday off. So maybe the mountains were busier than normal because it was a holiday. A lot of people went camping for the holiday, but who knows, at this point. And obviously there's an extensive search that's going on since
Right
they
now.
found that car there. They searched the pond, right, that's nearby.
Yeah,
and
grim
then-
effort for sure.
And I was waiting to find out from our photographer, but he's there covering the search.
Yeah, and there's like no service there. We had to
there's
bring
no
a
phone service.
Starlink.
Okay.
I mean, it's really far out there. But I even asked the family that. I'm like, how are you even processing that they're searching a pond for your loved one? So again, we want to use our platform for some good. We would like to help. If you know anything, they are asking for people to come forward with their Ring cameras for maybe any dash cam video that you have. Maybe you saw her walking. Maybe you know something. I want you to know that you can remain anonymous. Again, this is an Oceanside mom, a wife, an ER nurse at Kaiser. People are missing this woman, and this is not her norm. And we really hope we can help.
Right. And I don't know if we have video, Jack, of this, but last night there was a vigil and a lot of loved ones came together. Look at this in San Marcos, near where she works. And, a lot of the people said that it was really comforting to them to see the turnout and see how many lives she touched and so many people who care about her. And that helped them kind of, in this time of anxiety, find a little bit of light there to be able to hug each other. And obviously there's so many questions we all have and can't imagine what it's like for them, for her family. I mean, think about a mother of 2 young kids, what those kids are going through right now. Her husband, her brother, who you talked to. This is, obviously the worst thing that they have to deal with, and hopefully they get some answers.
And I can add to that too, that when I interviewed the brother, you can only include so much, but he did say, I said, what are you sharing with the kids? How are you talking to them about this? He said, they're 12 and 15. They were telling them exactly that mom is missing. So they are obviously of age to be aware.
To hear the news about it.
And again, this is just someone close in our community, and
we know that authorities have said that foul play right now is ruled out. Do we know what led to that decision at that point? Obviously, that is for, on considering everything, that is a good piece of news, because that when it comes to the searches, you have that sense of, okay, if we think that this was an accident, if she got lost, that is a motivation to go and find her. So do we know what led to that decision?
I don't know what led to it, but I do know that Oceanside police have said that they are the one leading this investigation. California Park Service, sheriff's deputies, they're all involved. Even Harbor Police, it was their dive team who was out searching the pond. So a lot of different law enforcement agencies, but all Oceanside is saying is that there is no obvious evidence. There are no obvious signs of foul play. Again, very encouraging. It's also unusual, like if she had fallen or gotten lost, it's so vast up there. I was going to say you would hope that she would have been found by now if it was a fall of some kind, a medical situation that her brother said. Again, she's a nurse, that she maybe even could have helped herself in. But no obvious signs of foul foul play. And I understand the family has the car back now even. I don't know how they even found that her car was there because, again, it last pinged at
husband
Harris,
found-
not
yeah,
at...
yeah.
And maybe it was a spot that they had hiked together before and he knew she thought it was beautiful. Or I really want to be so mindful to not speculate, though. We do not know what
Yeah.
happened to Angelica Brophy.
Yeah.
We all
no
just
idea.
want nothing but the best.
Yeah.
so.
Right.
Yeah.
You think about when Oceanside, that was the police chief who talked about it and was very adamant, like, we are going to continue to do anything we can to find her. But that does, like you said, involve everyone that's out there, anyone that may have been at Palomar Mountain on July 6th.
Around 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Like, if maybe your phone, maybe your car, camera, something may have been captured that way. So just look through anything you have and see if there's a glimpse.
And not a lot of homes up there, but a lot of people have cameras these days. So really, like, if do your part and let's help our community.
Yeah. And the police chief was, I know when he spoke that it was a few days ago, they had mentioned there was, he had a statement to make, not necessarily Q&A.
Right.
Was there anything that stood out in that statement, or was it basically what we've covered, the
I know,
timeline?
really, I'm being as honest as possible. There was not a lot that came out of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just that they are searching, they are aware, in touch with the family. It's unusual. Kaiser Permanente also has issued a statement just saying how deeply concerned that they are, that she's just a valued and respected member of their team. There's just very few answers right now.
So
but
the
no
police-
obvious signs of foul play is
Okay.
positive.
Okay. Police gave the timeline, basically, like you said, of where the phone was pinged and then where the car was found. Okay. And that's all we have to go off of right now. They're really important to bring some sort of answers to this family. We're obviously thinking about them. And Angelica Brophy, keep her image on mind.
Yeah, let's share it again, even if possible.
Yeah, if we
Yeah.
have it again, let's show it. It's important
Sorry
to see
to give
it.
you more work.
All her pictures are, her beautiful smile, and she was so loved, and so many people, said she had such great spirits. And
Yeah, there's that phone number,
an adventurous girl.
760-435-4900. So keep that. I'll even turn this down in case it gets a little
There's
bit
the
bigger. So
number,
there's
yeah.
the number in case you know anything. We talked about Crime Stoppers earlier today. Same thing here. If you know anything, say something.
Black
Always
leggings and
important.
gray T-shirt was what they believe she was wearing.
Yeah,
right?
so could be hiking clothes.
Right.
Yeah.
And think about, if anyone's ever been to the ER, how incredible those nurses are, and
Heroes.
how much, her smile, just imagine what that would have been like to see when you're in your time of need. That was the work she dedicated her life to. So, all right. Jenny, thank you for your insight,
Absolutely.
sharing all the details.
Truly.
Yeah. We hope this helps somehow.
Me too.